Yo.
What up?
This is the first show of the Getting Our Aura Together podcast. My name is LaRon.
My name is Ryan.
Yeah, we, for all those who don't know,
we got a long history.
Yeah.
We got a long history.
And we was sitting back. I was doing a podcast before, with, I don't want to say the name. I really don't, just cause, yeah. I was on a podcast before, and it ain't shake. We had creative differences. Shout out to my homeboy Mark though, Mark Gordon and the Green Room. The place I didn't want to shout out was the actual place we were recording it because it's just some sucker shit going on over here. So I decided that, man, I'm tired. I'm bored. Me and Ryan, we work together and I've known him for a while, so we was like, let's just start our own shit and get these jokes off and try to help people get their shit together. Even though we ain't.
I was about to say we're not in a position to tell nobody else to get their shit together, but
we kind of are because everybody got an opinion on some shit. So we just figured we throw ours in the universe. So we were sitting and thinking names and stuff, and we came up with a bunch of stuff, and we landed on one, which would have described us perfectly, which was what was it that we don't know what the hell we talking about, but somebody here in Columbus has that kind of the same name, so we decided to switch. So we landed on the GOAT podcast. Now, people when they hear the GOAT, they might hear greatest of all time. We don't want to say that.
It's nothing even like that.
Yeah, we just changed the letters. It means getting our auras together. So now we decided we would start the #1 podcast in our region, the #1 platform for anybody who want to come in and get their promotion on or talk their shit, whatever they want to do.
You sound like Suge Knight.
Yeah, if you don't want people dancing in your background. You don't want people stealing your ideas and come over here to get in our shit. Well, I keep wanting to say getting our shit together, getting our auras together. But yeah, that's what our podcast is. It's the #1 platform now. This is our first show, but I've been reading The Secret, so it's about putting shit into the universe and seeing how stuff come to fruition. Don't bring up no old shit, 'cause I know what you about to say.
Yeah, that book's some bullshit.
Yeah, I know what you about to say. But so now we here. This is our first episode. It's kind of like, first off, I want to say one thing. I want to give a shout out to my beautiful wife. She's sitting right here. She's doing the recording, but not because she's here supporting, but because she helped with a lot of this stuff, putting this stuff together as far as like visuals, and she's doing visuals with her camera and stuff now. So I kind of feel real barackish because of her. Because literally we probably be in somebody's basement or something, or hand drawn or doing some weird shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And shout out to we can give a shout. Yeah, First Family Studios. That's where we decided to make home.
Yeah, we came in. We stand in the basement now.
Yeah. So what we gonna do today? This is what our topic is. We want to talk about growth, and by growth I mean where we came from as far as the beginning of where we met to where we at now. Because there's been a couple times I've been ready to knock his head off.
Oh, definitely.
And vice versa.
Absolutely.
Because we was with what was the group?
We started off.
Can we say the group's name?
I'm gonna say
sue. They can't sue us, right?
I'm saying the group's name.
Okay, go ahead.
But no, we started off with the bracket.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And can you explain what the bracket is?
So the bracket was, I'm not sure, or Dez actually created it. You know what I'm saying? And then I guess like Rob White and B. Nolan, some other folks was all a part of it. Y'all hit me up.
Yeah.
And the bracket was about the Twitter Honey bracket.
So Twitter Honeys, Columbus Twitter Honeys. So we took a lot of females that were, it was actually, this is how it started.
It was to highlight women.
Yeah, that too.
It was to highlight women and show the good aspects of Twitter women.
Right, but the
Women on
purpose of
Twitter.
the whole thing was to get Dez was running for some type of Dez for president shit, or he was trying to get
Yeah, that
on
was some cool
107
shit.
or
Yeah,
something.
he was trying to do some cool
So
shit.
we decided to band
Cool
together
shit.
and help him, but then it turned into this thing where we kind of was objectifying the women on the timeline.
Not necessarily
kinda.
objectifying them, but
Well, they ended up objectifying themselves.
not necessarily.
Kind of, because they start throwing news and sending news to get votes and stuff. And then the funny thing about the bracket is it ended with the most least likely of people to win the entire bracket,
Right.
and it was
Bree.
Bree,
Yeah.
who's shaped like me.
What is going on with you?
No, I'm just saying, because a lot of women that would like the more curvy women, the women with the bottle measurements, if there were any, they was acting like they wasn't phased by it. Like, I don't care about that bracket. All they doing is
I thought the bracket was dope.
It was. It actually, and then that actually to get off of that, that's where it started. And then we ended up forming I guess you could say nonprofit.
It was a
organization.
nonprofit blog site group.
Yeah, blogs, which
That was cool.
it's turned into We Are Heroes.
Yeah.
Which the name was made up by me. No, I ain't calling him Migo. Rob.
Shout
And
out to
then
Rob.
shout out to Rob. And then so we was doing like food drop. Was it canned food drives? It was
We started
charity
on-
basketball
we did
games for
charity
kids,
events, we
toy
did-
drives for kids around Christmas. We had gift wrapping nights that we would wrap all the gifts that we got, and we would take it to the Ronald McDonald House or Children's Hospital, or whatever, and we would get that stuff to them. And
That just got out of hand.
yeah, then
But then we started doing like clubs and
yeah, and then they started giving us club
we
night.
turned into the Twitter honey that we were
Trying to-
that we were trying to put on the pedestal. We turned into that.
Right. So yeah, then it started getting out of hand, man.
Yeah,
Then
and we just disbanded. You were the first one to leave.
yeah, and you know what? I was thinking about that the other day because recently I've been going to therapy, and the therapy I've been going for, which I encourage people to actually go and do, it was my personal therapeutic sessions are over anxiety. I have really bad anxiety, and like me and my wife was having a conversation that I don't really want to talk about why, but she said something to me which drove me into a whole nother hemisphere. Like my anxiety is so bad. You put one little thing in my mind, I'm gonna run with it, and then I'm gonna run with it like run. You care if I say why? Okay, so we was talking about paternity tests. So if you don't know, me and my wife, we just had our little girl, and so we was in bed. This was this actually like 2 days ago, and she said, I wouldn't care if, she said she said paternity tests need to be, they need to be mandatory for men, like, cause they deserve to know, like, regardless of what happens. So when she said that to me,
I instantly
where did your head go?
like,
Right. So our daughter is not even 2 months old yet.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking at her, and then I'm like, really, Shamar? Like, no. Like, that is, if I said that to you after you had our daughter, how would you feel? She said, I wouldn't care. Like, so she was putting it in the universe, not that my daughter isn't mine.
So if you were to say, no, I refuse to believe she wouldn't care if she didn't.
That's what I said. I'm like, really?
I'm
I'm about to stop talking about this because now I know that you bullshitting. But then she said,
We'll
no.
talk about this off camera.
Right.
I wouldn't respond.
So when she said that, my mind went into, that just pissed me off. Like, that's how I know my anxiety is fucked up, because I know 100% sure that my daughter is my daughter. But it was the fact that the energy that came into the room may not have been the energy that she attended, but it was the energy that I received. And I'm like, oh, this
I
is
would
some
have
bullshit.
instantly.
So I'm looking at my daughter like, what the fuck? Like, sometimes I'll be
I would have
looking.
held her up in the mirror.
Right. But she don't look like nobody. So it's kind of like, it's just. I don't
Most
know.
babies don't. I've never seen a baby look like they parent until they probably about 6 months.
And by that time, most niggas is gone.
Yeah.
I gotta stop. I don't want to say nigga. I'm trying to stop saying that. But anyway, yeah. So my anxiety is really bad. I want to get back to why I brought up my anxiety.
That's
so
anxiety, or is that?
It's like a nervousness.
Because anxiety to me is more like being around a lot of people. You get anxiety.
I get that too, though.
Bro, you weird, man.
No, I get that too. I don't know, but it might be something. That's why
Somebody that what you said
that's
before he met you used to always be in the club, like prior to about a year or two before I met you.
But drunk.
But I'm saying, so
Drunk.
you were in the club all the time.
Drunk. Which brings up my wine, and not wine, but we drink a wine now because he don't drink liquor. But
No, I don't.
my liquor consumption, it eases me. It puts me I'm in a euphoric state where I don't even really realize what's going on around me. But I brought that up to say that the anxiety I was having in We Are Heroes, when I start seeing funny shit or weird shit going on, it's like, I check out just before some bullshit even start to happen.
You checked out because you didn't have a ride nowhere.
Okay, yeah. We was we having meetings and shit up
You
there.
didn't have a ride nowhere.
Yeah,
Nah, I'm just messing around.
Nah,
I feel
it
you.
was bad.
It was stressful.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was stressful.
But we was writing blogs and shit, and just like I don't want to say we was running our timeline, but it was. If you go back and search our tweets, it's probably some weird shit going on in the tweets. Sometimes you, even to this day, like you kind of still are the worst.
Yeah. Nah, I'm not the worst no more, but yeah, we're not gonna.
Yeah, it's okay. So we get to that point, and then that's where I met him, like where I met Ryan, and we was just like
Well, yeah, it was during the
bracket.
The
time.
bracket.
Yeah, and then We Are Heroes, we got closer, and then over that time you get comfortable with people, and then the shit just get weird, like personalities start clashing, and we gotta understand this. I want to say this.
I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't really like none of them niggas until I'm like I didn't really like. I ain't gonna say I didn't like a lot of them, but a lot of shit I didn't like.
Yeah.
Cause them was my niggas.
Because you was like the secretary of We Are Heroes.
Something like that, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
If you want to belittle me. But, no, I ain't gonna say I ain't like them. I'm my homies now.
But,
you know what I'm saying? But it was just certain stuff, we didn't.
And that's and that's one thing about this social media age. I think people need to understand is that when we dealing with people, like we're not supposed to like everybody, especially with social media, especially if you don't know these people before social media. I feel like if before social media, we didn't have these problems. We had people in our neighborhoods. We had people that we were supposed to actually, or at schools, like stuff that people that we are not supposed to have contact with.
People would
We
dislike
have
you
it
for anything now.
right? Because you don't.
social
These people's energy don't mesh with yours. So while you at school, you with people with like minds or in like environments and with like in family, but over here with social media, it's like you sitting here talking to people that you would not know ever.
I feel like with the whole, I thought about this also, like how I'm cooler with people that I met after high school.
Yeah.
And in college, you know what I'm saying?
As you grew up.
As opposed to my best friends, you know what I'm saying, growing up. Like my best friends growing up, outside of one or two of them, you know what I'm saying, three of them, outside of that, like we cool, but it ain't how it was. I feel like growing up, we were forced to be cool because our parents were cool with
Right.
each other, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't, I'm cool with you because we have like-minded, thoughts or, you know what I'm saying, stuff in common, you know what I'm saying? None of that. It was just, my mom and your mom is best friends, so we best friends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In actuality, when I grow up and I find out you really ain't that cool, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't know, it's just weird. Like, I was thinking about that also, because I got a couple of best friends that I don't really, you know what I'm saying, talk to. From best friends from growing up,
Yeah.
as opposed to the ones I met in college or, you know what I'm saying, after college or whatnot. But, yeah.
I really feel like, which brings it to that, you remember that saying they used to say, when Drake came out with that song, No New Friends?
I still live by that.
I don't.
You never did. I can remember tweeting that one time and you retweeted it and said like, that's some corny shit or something. You know what I'm saying?
No, it really is the dumbest shit I ever heard. Like, if you can't build with new, like, you supposed to build.
It's not necessarily that you can't build, it's just you're not letting everybody inside your circle.
Well, I ain't saying you're supposed to let people in your circle, but if everybody needs to be able to grow in seasons, they grow and meet new people. These new people could be pivotal in your growth, in your new life, or wherever you're going in life. Like, a lot of your old friends might be in doing the same shit they always doing, and then what? Like, you're gonna stick with your circle of friends? Like, your circle should change over years. It should literally change if your friends aren't growing. Now, if they are growing, then your circle is only gonna get bigger. But if they not, then you could still be in front of your corner store drinking out of a paper bag. Cause I go back to my old neighborhood and I act like I don't know them. Like I ride by. You know the gift where 50 driving and laugh pulling off.
When he pull off, yeah.
Like that energy is necessary because people really think they're not supposed to grow up. Like I actually talked to my wife also about where we live now. We live out in the suburban area, and I feel washed every single time. Like I always tell myself, I would never leave my hood.
It's not necessarily about it because I live in the suburbs.
Right.
But I know me. I feel like raising kids in the suburbs is not raising them how real life is. You know what I'm saying? Real life is not like how it is.
That. Well,
Real life is definitely not how it is in the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? I tell my girl this all the time. Like, this ain't real life. Like,
Right.
like niggas shit get cut off. You know what I'm saying? Like in the real life.
Right.
I tell my girl son that, like, you know, you gotta be appreciative of the little things because I done been there. You know what I'm saying? Where electric done got cut off. You know what I'm saying? Or we gotta warm up
house
water,
stove,
or warm up water on the stove,
Right.
pour it in the tub so I can bathe, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I done been there.
Right.
Hell, that happened to me.
Like 2012, 2013.
I was getting the
grown
cleats off,
man,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Nah, but yeah, I mean, like the suburbs, I feel like are a false reality of what reality is, because life is definitely not like how it is in the suburbs. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I agree. And it's like a priv, but it's also one of them double-edged swords where you be like, I don't want my kids having to deal with that. Like I don't want their real life to be what my real life was.
Yeah,
But
I
they
mean,
also need that balance to know that all this shit, we can be homeless tomorrow for real. Fear of homelessness.
It don't even gotta be the fear of homelessness. I mean, the fear of electric getting cut off. You know what I'm saying? You come home and ain't no lights. You know what I'm saying? Like, they need to have that fear in them. That's why I'm a firm believer of letting them, a utility, you know what I'm saying?
Get cut off every
just,
now and then?
Not every now and then, just let the kid experience it once. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? 'Cause
Shake their world up.
Yeah, I had to experience that. Just like,
And not for a day like that.
just for a day, that's all they need, because that's all my mom
Well, I'm
did.
saying back when our lights got cut off, them motherfuckers was off. It
Ours
like-
was off too, but it was only for about a day. It was always like on a Thursday or Wednesday,
Right.
right before payday. You know what I'm saying? So,
we was used to, never mind, I don't want to talk about that shit. We
burning
used-
candles and shit.
Right,
Shit.
yeah.
That's what it was. I still burn candles, but nah, I feel like
Yeah, like, just that no new friends shit is just dumb. Like I really feel like my day 15 friends are just as important and special as my day ones. And
yeah, I do too. I mean, but no, I do. I feel you on that. I do feel you on that. Cause like I said, I'm more cool with cats I met in college. You know what I'm saying? After college, even like with a couple of the heroes. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah. Like I honestly didn't know any of We Are Heroes before We Are Heroes was started.
I knew B. Nolan, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But I was through people, you know what I'm saying? But through We Are Heroes, you know what I'm saying, I gained, you know what I'm saying, 3 really good friends.
Right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
With
right.
you, Brandon Nolan, and
Holly.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I gained 3 really good friends. You know what
And
I'm
that's
saying?
why
And so that's why I kind of see where you're saying, like, that whole no new friends thing is corny. Because that right there, y'all 3 new friends. But,
right.
like, cats we work with, that be wanting to, hey, well, man, let's hook up afterwards, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
let's do
man.
this, let's hop on the gun, da-da-da. I'm like, man, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, we cool at work. Like, we cool at work, that's cool, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know how, I'm cool. I didn't,
And you know what? Before we get into this growth subject, let's get into some of these hot takes.
coming in hot.
Yeah, this is where we really don't know what the hell we talking about. Well, let's talk. You is pretty efficient in politics, right? I don't know shit about politics.
I'm not efficient in it, I read sometimes.
Yeah, I read too. I just don't read about politics. I don't really be giving a fuck. I should probably more than I do, but I don't. So I normally go to either Mark and ask him what he think, because he like a major in like political science.
He need to
And-
run for senator or something.
Right, not for real. Like
True.
he really be itching to talk about political anything. Like anything political, like that's who I go to for like information, or like if I need some understanding, which is rare because I never need understanding because I don't want it. But I do know dumb shit when I see it. And like Trump, like he's just dumb. I don't really want to get into talk about Trump, but I know you are more knowledgeable in what's going, like the Syria shit. What is that? What is any of that? What does that mean? Like,
But just think about this. Every single day for the next 4 years from the day he ran, we've heard of some stupid shit he's done. And it's every single day we're going to hear it. Like literally every single day for 4 years.
Why hasn't he been shot yet? I don't really want to say wish that on anybody because I don't want that type of energy in my life.
I'm Ryan Lomax. I did not just.
I know. I just want to know though,
Just want to say that for the record.
because it's been people that's been assassinated for less. That I imagine less. I don't really
I don't know
know.
what you want to call less, but
Abraham Lincoln.
it kind of wasn't less. I mean, he wanted to.
He not wanted to. He did. It was too late at that point.
Wanted to free slaves.
You know, he did.
I'm saying, but
Like what
I'm saying
I would
what
think
led up to
kill.
that?
I would think killing before he signed it, but he already did it.
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say.
Who else got assassinated?
Well,
John F. Kennedy.
And that wasn't really less than what.
I see. I don't know nothing about politics. I don't really know what he.
I mean, if you really dug in deep, you know what I'm saying, and understood what would happen, like.
So what Trump does is nowhere near as bad as what they did.
They didn't even do nothing bad in hindsight, but during that time, you know what I'm saying, people of fairer skin thought that what they were doing was bad, you know what I'm saying?
So if Yakubians are mad, think they was bad then.
They're damn sure not mad now. They are.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if hypothetically, if somebody was to smoke Donald Trump, would they be mad 10 years from now, or would they understand now why he got smoked?
I don't know. I don't think.
Like, all black people, I feel like 99% of the population of blacks would be like they were in the OJ trial when he was,
I don't think so, because it's different. You don't ever want to not have a sitting president. You know what I'm saying? Then you're vulnerable. Your country's vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? You don't ever want to.
It's vulnerable now, though.
It's not as vulnerable as it is if we don't got a president.
They will definitely have a president.
I mean, they're going to have one that's going to be the vice president, but I'm just
but
saying.
he might be worse.
But that time where it's like, well, shit, we don't have a sitting president. You know what I'm saying? Like, or we watch the sitting
But do
president.
we really have a sitting president now?
Shit, we do. And all that, people used to say, oh, well, the president is really not that important. He's just a figurehead. This lets you know that the president really is important. He's not just a figurehead.
Sure.
Like what Trump says he's doing, and that's what it's going. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like it, he gonna fire you. You know what I'm saying? And
I wonder what Obama doing when he hear all this, like all this shit
craps
every day.
shooting craps and eating chicken wings. That's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't. I
I just don't think.
politics giving me a headache.
I just don't think that.
I would like to also repeat. I am not. Never mind, because I would be lying. If whatever happens to Donald Trump, it would just what happens. If he lives on to be, how old is he?
70.
See, and
He's like the
that,
oldest president ever.
Like I don't get that. Like
And they said he has like the most in shape president ever also. But
like,
Obama
circle,
can hit,
round
Obama
is
can
a
hit
shape.
threes though, you know what I'm saying?
Round is a shape. So yeah, he fat as shit. But he probably said that he the most in shape
Right, he
president
probably,
ever.
yeah.
What you listening to?
I actually just, my girl put me onto that J. Cole today, man.
She had to put you onto it?
I mean, I just hadn't had a chance to listen to it yet. I was getting called.
You one of them? You one of them that don't really fool with Jacob?
No, I rock with J. Cole. It just gotta be, I gotta be in the mood to listen to J. Cole.
See, and
'Cause like my mood is always gonna be, you know what I'm saying, listening to like
Currency.
You know what I'm saying, or Freddie Gibbs or Nipsey or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Something that I feel like them niggas rap about shit that I can. Even J. Cole, I like J. Cole. I have.
so
all
you're
that.
not one of them, J. Cole make me sleepy.
Oh hell no!
And then those same people that say that, like Nas.
And I feel like Nas has like 11
So
good songs.
speak on it. In his whole catalog,
In his
right?
whole catalog.
His whole catalog.
I'm gonna just be real. I feel like Nas has like 11 songs that touch me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that are just good. So I don't feel like Nas is like.
All right, be careful. Be careful now. Because I'm not really a huge fan of Nas, but I feel like you about to disrespect
I'm
him.
not gonna say he's overrated. I'm gonna just
See,
say
I thought that's what was coming.
I don't know how I feel about Nas, man. Because some days I'll be like, I done listen to every Nas album, and it's just like
Don't do nothing.
it don't do nothing for me, man. Like
And I like rappers that rhyme.
one of his hardest verses is off of
Rick Ross.
that Rick Ross song, that Triple Beam Dreams, and then The World is my song Mobb Deep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be feeling like he don't give me that energy on all his songs. You know what I'm saying? Like I like that Nas. You know what I'm saying? That
So you definitely J over Nas.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's how
I like that when Nas be on his Dawn Talk, you know what I'm saying? When he
Right.
I don't know. I just like that type of Nas.
Wash Nas.
Nah, I'm talking about
Cause he washed now, and that's when he be rapping like he that Don talking.
Because that one song he had with Khaled, you know what I'm saying? That
Right, but these is all new songs. This is Wash Nas.
Nah, that Mobb Deep song ain't new. The world.
But that was one song.
I'm just telling you that. I'm just telling you the type of Nas that I like. You know what I'm saying? I don't like. I know I can. You know what I'm saying? That song.
Oh, you don't like that?
No, I don't like that.
I thought that song was fire.
Man,
The kid song.
I don't like that.
Yeah, that song was fire to me. Cardi.
My girl listened to her.
Oh man, that Cardi is fire. Like fire. It's
I don't ever think I've ever
not
seen
as
a woman rapper who had a
I was
fire
just about to
album.
say, Cardi's music is so fire, my windows have to be rolled up. I can't, like, I was after work.
My girl be banging
My
it. Sounding
window,
good.
but your girl do. But I was in traffic the other day when it was nice outside with the windows down, and I was bumping Cardi, and I'm like, I felt weird, so I had to roll my windows up. Like, I don't want nobody really here listening to me like bobbing to like whatever the song's on. But I'm not a closeted Cardi fan. Like, I really believe in Cardi B.
I believe in her also.
Just the music. It's gonna take me some warming up to actually really start liking female rappers because I'm not in. I don't relate to them. But Cardi B's album is fire to me. Like, it really is. Like, I can listen to it from beginning to end. Like, literally beginning to end. I couldn't do that with like Nicki Minaj
Because
or.
Nicki just be talking crazy, man. I don't like that.
You see that interview that she did with Beats One, where she was on there crying, talking about she was sad because Cardi didn't give her respect or she didn't like, bow down.
Why can't I don't understand this from the beginning of time? Women rappers, female rappers, have never been able to get along.
Except for the ones on that Ladies Night song, where it was like Lil Kim, Missy Elliott, MC Light. They have been able to, just not these new ones.
No, what do you mean? Back in the '90s, you couldn't. Thought she was better than Foxy. Foxy thought she was better than
But
Kim.
that's
They
just
was
two.
beefing.
That's two people. That's
Them was
isolated.
the biggest ones of the '90s. Who bigger than them?
Missy.
I mean, Missy, yeah, but she was a producer also, so people had to mess with her. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
true. That's
no,
true.
whenever these female rappers come out, because then you gotta think about the 2000s. You had
Ain't
Trina versus,
Oh,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying, My Neck, My Back shit. You know what I'm saying? You had,
But now she performing in pool halls.
don't matter, they still beefing. I just seen Kaya or Kia, whatever her name is, dissing Trina again. But then you had, you know what I'm saying, you also had, I don't know if you remember that Florida rapper, Jackie O. She was
Jackie O, I remember her.
She was dissing like
Foxy
Trina
Brown or
or
something.
Foxy Brown or some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I don't understand that.
Women, but that's just, I don't. Okay, so I don't want to offend any women listeners, but traditionally, have women been able to really get along with each other?
Nah.
There might be some that
Mothers and
can.
daughters don't get along. Like,
Bruh, like it's tradition. Like, that's why you get a lot of women that say, "I don't got no female friends." Like, why don't you have female friends? Like, that don't make sense to me. Call BS on this type of shit where
It's not
Fabulous living his best life still. He might look still kind of sad in these
It's
pictures
not our
he
place
taking.
to
It's not.
BS though.
It's what kind of. It's in females' place to say that, oh, he did this and he did that. Oh, we not listening to him no more.
I mean, apparently the police found some type of evidence. That
yeah, the
supported her
video of
claim.
him threatening people. I threaten people all the time.
No, he was arrested before the video
For what?
for beating her up. That's what he got arrested for, and he bonded out the same day. When all this happened, when he knocked her teeth out, he got arrested for that.
When he allegedly knocked her teeth out.
Bro, he bonded out. That's what I'm saying. So they found enough evidence.
But he turned himself in.
Because there was a warrant. Because he beat her
Right.
ass. So he had to.
Yeah, man, I need to see
What
some.
warrant?
I need to see some type of evidence. So before, I don't need to see evidence for the fact that he allegedly beat her ass or not. But before people start trying to put him in the paint, as far as like get him out of here, like I'm not supporting him no more. I'm not doing this. Like Fabulous is this and Fabulous.
Even
is
in the
that.
video, you see when he like approached her and she like ran around the car. You know what I'm saying? Like she's used to probably getting beat up.
Wow, her dad. And what type of protection do you have where you got two people in your family and you still running from the dude?
Right.
That's why I don't like that whole part. It's just fishy to me, man. Like
What's
I don't
fishy,
understand. Not the fishy part about him. I don't care. I mean, I do care. I don't agree with domestic violence. But before you state that claim and you try to ruin somebody's life doing that, you need to be having some type of evidence to do that. And it's that whole due process thing. Like if nobody got a due process to
But
be
that's
proven.
what you're saying that. But when she went to the authorities, he had to turn himself in.
Right, but because it was a
evidence.
claim. No, all you gotta do is go down there and say, hey, it's the same way as you call the police and she don't got no marks on him. She called the police and they come to your house and they say, hey, he put his hands on me. They gonna arrest his ass right there on the spot. They gonna ask, do you feel safe? And no, he beat me. Okay, sir, you're under the arrest. You have to come with us downtown. It's gonna be it's the same thing.
I don't know.
They're not gonna
I've never been in that situation.
I've been witness to it. Like, it's just not, I mean, God bless Emily, but yeah, man, there's something just weird about that.
It's really not weird about it. I mean, to me, like I said, I don't really care
Like, there's no
where
picture.
it is.
Yeah, but it's just like,
But-
seeing like a lot of these people, like, they're just getting their whole life just snuffed out because of a claim. And it's just weird. Now, I also, on the other end, Emily probably has like a life built, like she probably has her own hustle. She probably does all these other things where she makes her own money, but I doubt she would jeopardize that to put his ass in jail. And then
Why would she be jeopardizing that?
I'm saying, like, not jeopardize, but I mean, like, that's like cutting off a lot of income, a lot of security, a lot of protection.
She got kids. It ain't gonna never cut off income. She always gonna have income.
Well, it's true, but I mean, like, as far as the family dynamic is concerned, like, she really, like...
She's been a girlfriend for like 15 years. She ain't... She's been a girlfriend for like 15 years. She's not... I'm pretty sure family dynamic is the least of her worries.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she's been a girlfriend.
There might be, I know a
for
lot of
15
people
years.
that's been girlfriends for a long time. And
15 years?
a long
Or
time.
10 years?
Yeah.
Come on, man. And they got kids together? Like, he ain't...
So she was going to be like a career girlfriend.
Whatever got
Is
paid
what
the
you're
bills.
saying. I feel you. You came in here and you told me some news about somebody. Nah, it's not funny. I don't know why I just
I
chuckled.
don't know why you even
Somebody
talking about
died. Somebody famous.
that. OG, man.
OG.
Vern Troyer, man.
Vern Troyer. If y'all don't know who Vern Troyer is,
Mini-me.
yeah, he died from. Would you say he died
I
from?
don't know. They don't know why.
You know, he was suffering from something. Didn't you say?
Depression and alcoholism.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna put that energy out.
Right,
It's not funny. Rest in peace, Vern Troyer. What did you say though? He probably get
Drunk off of
a shot,
half
a shot. And you said
He's
they
like 2'8".
Yeah, and they'll bury him in what?
Bury one of my Air Max boxes.
Oh, before I forget, Podcast Wars. So we got caught. So we got called out. This was before our podcast was even.
That's kind of where all this energy is coming from.
Yeah, because I feel like, and the way that.
That's where all this energy is coming from. That's why we came out the gates gunning.
Right. Nerd Nash with I'm a fan of Nerd. His podcast. It started out with
This whole little movement be dope.
Yeah.
though. You know what I'm
It
saying?
really is dope. The Church for the Wild. So shout out to Nerd, Majestic Meese, and Molly. But they had a episode, like a few episodes back. I was just chilling, listening to the podcast, and then I hear him mention Podcast Wars, and then he brought up Ryan's name, dropped his name, he dropped our governments. Well, not that our governments aren't our Twitter handles, but he dropped them and called us out. For the reason that because podcasts are becoming so saturated and everybody's getting one now, so he feels some type of way about it, which I understand. But I just need to make sure that it's clear that I was already ahead of the podcast wave before. Ryan was doing kind of podcasts.
No,
it wasn't a podcast, but it was still like online radio.
Yeah, we did the online.
I was doing the online radio show too. So we've been a part of this wave for about a good 6-7 years. It's that the podcast. I just got started doing that like 2 years ago with the Green Room. But shout out to Quayla and Mark. But he called us out, and he it's this thing where he feel like everybody got to weather this storm. People got to bring content. They got to bring something that the people want to listen to. And with this being the #1 platform and podcast in this region, I feel like that we just going to answer that, and we just going to keep putting out this content and helping grow ourselves and our listeners. But yeah. Anything else that's going on?
I'm all
before we get back in
for
this growth?
the podcast wars, honestly.
I am too.
When he called us out, I was like,
I thought that was dope.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? Let me
Oh, but when he did that, people was cussing his ass out.
what?
They was mad.
Why?
It was like some people that was mad at him because they felt like he was like, I don't know, like shitting on them or something. I don't know.
I think Podcast Wars is a good idea, man.
I do too. I really do too. And people just got to step up and do what they do and be themselves. Stop wave jacking, taking people's ideas and come up with their own shit. But yeah, the Podcast Wars is dope. So we are accepting that, and we gonna keep doing this
Absolutely.
to the best of our abilities. But anything else going on before we get back in this growth topic? Playoffs. Who you got in the playoffs?
I had the Cavs, but at this point, I don't even.
Bruh,
I don't give
we
that.
had this
They didn't put my
conversation.
player on there. Honestly,
We had this conversation before when the trade happened, and I told you they was on like what, a 13-game winning streak or something crazy like that. It was something crazy. I'm like, that shit is about to die down when the playoffs hit. LeBron they was up by what, 17 last night,
17.
and then lost by what, 3. Final score. I really think LeBron is out of here.
To go where?
He can go wherever the fuck he want to go.
I don't see him leaving. I see him.
Why- what's
I see everybody else leaving, and then him building who he want or bringing who he wants.
He too old to be building.
They not even building. They really only need like one person. You know what I'm saying? They need a good, solid point guard. They get like a Kemba Walker or somebody like that. They'd be cool. You know what I'm saying? They just need a good, solid point guard. Like
George Hill is solid though.
bro,
He's
he
not
not
elite, but he's solid.
Nah, you can't in this.
So what
in
you're
this
saying is
NBA,
they
you can't just have a.
They had a
point guard.
solid point guard last year.
And Kyrie,
Yeah. And they
Yeah.
still got smoked. So they need more than that.
they only got smoked because the Golden State Warriors got smoked the year before and had to recruit KD.
It don't matter.
But
That's
I'm saying
not the point.
that is the point.
No, you're saying that they're
No,
a point
that's-
guard away, but they were
But what
a
I'm
point
saying-
guard away last year. They weren't a point guard away last year.
Okay, but when the Golden State Warriors construct a super team,
But they had that team coming into this year. You still think that they a point guard away? They still will be more than a point guard away. If they had a point guard now, they still got to face that same Golden
bro,
State team
Golden
from
State's
last
not
year.
coming out the West though. But
What, this year?
they're not. I don't think.
If Steph Curry doesn't get healthy and back in time, then
Yeah,
they're
they're not
going to get
coming out the
smoked
West.
next
But-
by Houston.
But I don't.
But Cleveland more than one piece away.
Nah, they're like one point guard away, man. They need to just get rid of like a lot.
They
of,
had arguably the best point guard in the NBA and still couldn't win.
They did win though.
Without the KD on Golden State. But KD is on Golden State now.
I know,
So they
I'm
still
saying.
need more than Kyrie Irving. They would need more than the Kyrie Irving. Or they would get smoked again.
I don't think so.
They got damn near sweat.
Dog, they had a KD on
Right, I under-
already
no,
the
I
greatest
under-
team.
I
ever.
understand that.
They,
But what
not
I'm
even
saying-
arguably.
no, I understand
That's-
that.
They had legit
Right.
the greatest.
I get that, but
team
you're saying
ever,
that
and
they
they
got-
added one of the greatest players ever
To
And
their
so-
squad.
Yeah,
Right,
some
I
corny
get that.
shit. You
Now,
know what I'm saying?
beside that point, you're still saying that Cleveland is one piece away to contend with that greatest team ever. They are way more than that because they still got smoked
Nah,
with arguably
nah.
the best point guard
I
in
feel
the
like
NBA.
if they can get one major piece away, and then like maybe like two nice supplemental players. You know what I'm
So
saying?
they need a Golden State Warriors team.
No, they don't need a Golden State Warriors team.
That's two
Go to-
supplemental players will be Draymond and Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson.
You can't call them a supplemental player if they're all stars. They're not. They're all stars. They're not supplemental players. A supplemental player is not an all star.
Okay, so
Pippen wasn't.
they got
a
Kevin
supplemental.
Hart or Kevin Love. He's
Okay,
an all-star.
He's an all star. I never said a supplemental player.
Right. So they had him and Kyrie.
Okay, and then you got Golden State still has 3 all stars.
4.
No, I'm not even counting KD yet. They had 3 all stars, then they added KD. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's.
Right, but Cleveland
you-
still needs to. Cleveland needs to contend
You went
with
from being
that.
a Washington Bullets fan. I said Bullets, but the Washington Wizards.
No, I'm not. Was never a Wizards fan.
You-
First,
you was a Wizards fan.
no, that's a home team that I root.
You was a Wizards fan.
I
then you
root for. I'm a
was
KD
OKC
fan. So
OKC
KD, if KD goes to who's the worst team in it? Charlotte Bobcats. I'm gonna be a Charlotte Bobcat fan next year. Period.
That's whack, man.
I mean, no, not in NBA.
It is.
Like my NFL teams have stayed the same, but NBA is a marketable place, so they market players, not teams. So why would I stay? Like you fight between Chicago and Cleveland.
I always say I'm a Chicago fan, but I'm running when Chicago ain't in the playoffs. I'm going with your team from Ohio.
Right,
You know
but
what
you
I'm
were
saying?
a Chicago Bulls when they were both in the playoffs.
And
I still was a Cleveland fan too.
Nah, you can go back to my tweets and you can see all my tweets.
Okay, we
can do that right now. I was always rooting for Chicago until we stopped being good.
Yeah.
Whenever we played Cleveland, oh, it's Chicago. But now that, you know what I'm saying, Brown done run his ring and brought it back to Ohio before. So
And you know what? I actually want Brown to win one more. At least one more. Like, I'm a fan of LeBron James. I like LeBron. I feel like he's the greatest player of all time.
I don't.
Like,
I did, but then I watched his Jordan video today.
No, Jordan video, like Jordan, and for me to say that, I'm saying it in the event of the fact that LeBron's off the court. I'm adding that stuff as well. I know people don't do that because it's not on the court things, but off the court, LeBron is just a better person.
I mean, you can't, but we're not talking about off the court.
Right, that's why I said that a lot of people don't have that, don't add that to
I mean, you can argue anyway, because Jordan, I mean, as far as being the greatest, you got to think LeBron ain't never got beat in the first round. Jordan got beat like 3 or 4 times.
It looks like that's what's about to happen.
Maybe.
It might. I mean, I don't want that to happen because I want to see LeBron. I want LeBron to win. But, yeah, NBA playoffs. So you don't have a prediction of who's going to be. This year is like there's
if
no
Cleveland don't
certainty.
make it to the finals, I don't even care.
True.
I'm going to just watch it just for the love of the game, but.
Yeah, we don't really. I really don't. Have I been watching basketball? Not really. Like
I haven't been watching sports since I got in a relationship.
TV began commandeered.
Yeah. Girl be like, no, I want to watch this. I'd be like, nah.
See,
I just want to watch the game. Like, well, I want to watch Atlanta. Or I want to watch. Like, no.
See, I was a huge sports fan, and I'm still a huge wrestling fan. But I would be leaving the house to go like to bars and stuff to do that. And then my wife didn't really like that too much, so she started saying, well, you never watch it with me. So now every time something come on TV, I make her sit and watch it with me. Like, oh, wrestling's coming on, and it's like 4 hours long. Like, yeah, it is 4 hours, and we're going to be watching it from 8 to 12. She tries. No, actually,
there's no way in hell
you watch wrestling a little bit now. Not, you don't into it, but you know kind of what's going on.
Like, why do you watch wrestling now?
I just love it. It's like, I've always watched it.
I've always watched it too, and then it got corny after like 2007.
Yeah, I didn't watch it around that era. When The Rock left, I kind of stopped watching it, but then I actually recently started getting into it just because it's just something that never leaves me. Like, it was really something that just like took over my mind as a kid. Like, I just loved to watch it, the entertainment aspect of it, and now how they own it, entertainment that is not real, like the storylines and how it's already predetermined, like that type of stuff. I'm just into storylines. It's like how old people watch soap operas.
It's not the same though. We legit know the soap operas are fake, and we legit know wrestling's fake.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But
well, wrestling ain't really fake.
It really is.
Nah, these people be getting hurt really bad. Not in matches all the time, but people do they get concussions. People get real bad neck injuries. Like, that shit real.
Okay, yeah, when they're not doing their moves properly, they get hurt.
Right. So it's still,
but
like,
it's not. Bro, when they're
the
punching
NBA is sports entertainment.
Bro, the NBA is real, nigga.
Nah,
Yeah, it is.
it ain't real.
What ain't real about it? What is not real about the NBA?
What now? These storylines, how they doing the same thing wrestling do. What Donovan Mitchell sporting the shirts that say what a rookie really is to Ben Simmons. That's all for drama and dramatics. That's all entertainment.
Okay, but
It's
that's not the same as me hitting you and acting like I'm hitting you. That's not the same. You know what I'm saying?
You seen Shaq throw a punch?
It's not the same.
Shaq threw a punch at Charles Barkley and ain't land.
Shaq can't swing. You know what I'm saying? Shaq ain't got no hands.
But how many fights have you seen that fights? Other than
I've seen plenty men hit people like that. How Shaq hit? You know what I'm saying? Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
But these big built wrestlers, man, bro, they're not. Come on, man. That shit is fake, bro.
Nah, it ain't that. It ain't that.
It is, bro.
It's
Them
not.
niggas ain't even connecting when they touch each other, when they hit each other. I seen a video where was it John Cena? Somebody, I just seen it this week. You know what I'm saying? I forget who it was, but they got like kicked in the face, and it clearly shows him putting his hands up.
Yeah. I'm not saying that everything is real. What I'm saying is that the injuries are real. People get injured and their necks get broke and all that stuff.
I mean, if I power drive you through
right, so how is it fake?
Bro, because
If you get
it's
hurt.
fake. They cut themselves with razors on the face and all that.
They do that. Some of them do that. Like the last match they did that.
Every time I say something, you're like, yeah, bro, they do
Right,
that.
but what you're saying is like it's just completely fake.
It is completely fake.
It's not completely fake if you got doctor bills and you getting hurt.
Bro, that doesn't mean it's not fake.
Why does that not mean that if you got a real injury?
Bro, because you're doing real injury doing fake shit.
But it's still real.
No, it's not, man.
Now the storylines aren't real. Like
Storylines ain't real. None of that's real, man.
Man,
that's like
so we gonna have to have bread up here.
that's
Bread.
that's like watching Black Panther and thinking it's real.
Nah, it's not.
That is. It's all fake. It's all scripted. What do you do?
No, it is scripted.
It's all scripted.
But what I'm saying is, how can something be fake if the injuries are real?
Bro, niggas get injured on movie sets all the time, and it be fake. What do you mean? A chick just died in the Deadpool movie set. You know what I'm saying? So,
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, she died like a year. Well, not even a year ago, but within the last 6 months. You know what I'm saying? She died. It was a stunt woman. She died. You know what I'm saying? It's a fake movie, but the stunt is real. You know what I'm saying? But it's still fake. Like,
but you can't say that she died a fake death.
she died doing a stunt that was. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened. I think the car got out of control or something, but it still was fake. You know what I'm saying? Like. Still a fake movie.
We wouldn't be arguing about this all the time. We gotta just have bread up here. Bread.
You sound like he was the
Bread about to wrestle. He been about to wrestle, granted, for a few years now, but he got the wrestling outfit, tights, boots, everything.
I can only imagine.
Yeah. So we gonna.
I need to be his manager.
He been trying to get me to do it. I can't do it. I'm not about to be out there and do all that.
I would buy me a cheap suit from Schottenstein's.
Schottenstein's Club?
Nah, you remember Schottenstein's?
Yeah, I remember Schottenstein.
My grandmother used to call it Schottenstein.
Shocking. And there wasn't even no S on the end of Schottenstein, was it? Why black people always put an S on something?
Black people definitely do. They put
Kroger's, Walmart's,
everything. But yeah, she used to say Schottensteins. But I'll be his manager. I'll be lit. Stand at the end of the ring. Act like Ted DiBiase.
He ready. We about to start cutting promos too for his first.
He ready to start running some miles.
He fat, but but there's some big wrestlers that shaped just like him that gives him.
That one dude that used to put his butt in people's face.
Rikishi, he ain't shaped like him, but he is kind of that big though. We gotta get to the growth topic. Let's pay some bills. All right, y'all. This episode is sponsored and brought to you by Have Your Black Ass Back Home by the time the street lights come on.
I didn't mean to laugh.
Which is the reason some of y'all badass kids in jail are always in some mischief. If your kids ain't back in the house at a decent time, whoop they ass. Do it for the culture and the safety of those of us that pay taxes. Get your dose of Have Your Black Ass Back Home by the time the streetlights come on, free everywhere online in any corner store near you. All right, let's get back to this, to growth. All right, so can you identify?
You gotta warn me about them commercials. That was a good one.
Have one too.
That was funny, man.
All right, so you supposed to? No. Let's talk about growth. All right, can you think of a time, think of stuff that you used to do that you don't do now?
There's a lot of stuff I used to do I don't do now.
Like what?
That displays growth.
Yeah.
I'm not really I don't know. What did I used to do that displays growth? I mean,
This is one of the longest relationships you've been in?
yeah, I'm saying this is the longest. After being in this relationship for 3 years, coming up on 3 years, I realized that I've never been in a real relationship.
Right.
Everything wasn't. None of them relationships I was in was real relationships.
They don't count.
Yeah.
So you don't have exes.
I'm not gonna say they don't count, but they weren't real relationships.
So you don't have exes then. So you
No, I don't.
Right. So the relationship that you were in, they were kind of just warming you up for this real one.
I wouldn't even say that because nothing can prepare you for. I'm not gonna say nothing, but I really made this work just by learning as I go.
Right.
Literally,
Shit that you got.
Nothing I did in old relationships will work in this relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing.
Literally nothing I did will work in this relationship, and it's
right.
That's the beauty of it, because it's like I said, man. I just sat back and was thinking one day, man, none of the relationships I was in were real relationships. Yeah, we may have said we were in a relationship, but it wasn't no real relationship.
Right.
Compared to when you gotta be at work and think about what the hell everybody about to eat for dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all figuring out how we gonna make this work? Cause I get off at 6 and she gotta be at work at 7.
Right.
So we got like an hour. You know what I'm saying?
Like a prep.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, we got an hour to figure something out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like.
See, I'm glad you put it like that because I 100% agree with that. Because okay, so for people, I am married, and for people who don't know the timeline of my marriage. All right, so I know I was talking shit earlier about social media, but I met my wife on the social media app. What, Match.com or something? Why do people do Match.com and shit, eHarmony and shit like that?
When they don't know that Twitter and
right.
Instagram is...
What I would do is just be like...
easier and it's
free. Right. You get a 30-day... If it's a 30-day free trial, I'm hopping on Match.com or whatever, dropping my apps, and I'm getting off of there. Like, meet me over here where it's free, because I'm not about to pay for this extra shit. But anyway, my wife jumped in my DM on Facebook.
She look like...
I'm lying.
I know. All right, nigga, she's looking like...
I'm lying. I jumped in her, but I didn't even jump on her DM on no weird shit. Like she was doing a podcast with one of her best friends, and at the time I had just started mine, so I was asking her about hers and just telling her to just let me know about when hers was on so I could support it. And then that DM turned into a conversation, and that turned into a phone number, and that turned into whatever. But all of this happened in October of 2016 or 17. Mm-hmm. One of the two. And long story short, no, it was 17. No, it was 16, because going into 17 was October 2016. And then we got married. I literally met her December 2016. Met her December 2016. Married May of 2017. Will be coming up on our 1-year anniversary next month in May. And the shit ain't easy. And we gonna get into that another time when she can defend herself. So we'll talk about it another time.
But she can defend herself right now.
Nah, she's not gonna do it right now.
But
yeah, so we'll talk about that on another show probably when we have both of our women on here, our queens on here. But anyway.
My girl ain't coming on the show. No, I'm just talking.
Nah, Tina gotta come.
I'm just talking shit.
But
babe, I'm just talking shit.
But that was the timeline for that. And in this year, I'm realizing that a lot of this, also with my, I don't want to say emotional illness, but anxiety is a lot. And aside from that, a lot of the shit that I used to do just don't fly.
That's what I said, like, no relationship that I've been in.
Yeah, like, it just don't.
I would just keep it real. Like, that shit ain't, none of my old relationships was real. Like, compared to what I got now, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, nah, not at all.
Right, like, and this is the type of friends that I have. I actually look at Ryan as one of my brothers, but at work. This is the type of people you need in your life. When females come up to your desk, like before, I could entertain that. But Ryan, he'll see a woman at my job, like just come, she might not even be on no trash, but he ain't even like give her a chance.
Ask him about a case or something.
Right. And he ain't on no, she don't even be appearing to be on no trash, but before she even walks over, Ryan will yell out some shit over the floor, like, how's your wife, LaRon? Like, what's going on with your wife? Like, where we going as a couple thing? Like, some weird shit. I'd be like, bro, what did you do?
Or just look up at you like.
Right. So, those type of people you need in your life. But I say that to say, like, before, he wasn't even a gave a fuck. Like, it'd have been like, oh, here comes a victim or something. He about to ruin somebody's life. Or...
Because I don't ever be the one that's going to be like, and this will go with any of my homies, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never going to be the one that's going to, like, encourage or even put none of my friends in a position that's going to jeopardize their relationship.
Right.
Or even, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, encourage that or nothing like that. Like, I'm always going to be like,
Oh, but when, like, in quote unquote your last relationships, we used to get you shit because you got some stories.
Yeah,
I don't know if you want to put your stories on this podcast, but you got some stories. But these stories
shape me to make me who I am today.
Right.
Make me appreciate what God has blessed me with, because
he's a savage. Not him, but we was all savages.
I done been through it.
Yeah.
No.
04 gate, .04 gate.
Just baby gate, everything.
Baby gate.
I
Yeah.
said baby gate.
That story funny.
No, that's gonna be for a later.
Please
podcast.
tell that story like right now. What
Nah,
happened
we're gonna tell that
in the
one
doctor's appointment.
We gonna tell that. Nah, we gotta say that for another podcast.
All right, we're gonna say that for another show because that is the funniest story.
We gotta construct a topic around that.
We need stories from Ryan. Like we need a segment where you can just drop a story that'll help somebody get their oar together who might not be.
We actually can do that. We actually can do that.
Yeah, who ain't living right that can live through your misfortunes. Cause yeah, it was funny. But growth. What about like job wise? Like
I mean,
are you content with
hell no, I ain't never gonna be content with a job.
right?
I told my girl that like, I don't think I'll ever be content. Like as far as long as I'm working for somebody,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, you always gonna make the boss is always gonna make $1 and you always gonna make a dime. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't, that's never gonna sit well with me. I understand that's how it has to be. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
My wife tells me that all the time where she gets these soapbox moments where she hop on in the soapbox and start talking to me about working for people and not building our thing together so we can start making our own rules and start doing what we want to do with
I
our
wish I
time.
could wake up at 8
Not
o'clock every day and not have to go clock
and
in
I do
nowhere.
shit. Well, you used to do that in 2014, like 13.
Yeah, but that was only after I got laid off.
You was soaking that time up.
Man, I was getting unemployment and shit. Wasn't no reason for me to go to work.
Man, you used to piss me off when I woke up early the next morning and see your ass just living the life.
Bro, it'd be like 7 in the morning. I'm already on tweeting.
Getting them tweets.
Already setting up lunch dates and everything.
Right. Yeah, man. That used to piss me off. Like, man, this nigga don't get a job.
Nigga, you wasn't working either.
I was. It just was like not working because I wasn't making nothing. It was like 2 minimum wage jobs.
Yeah,
With
nah,
a kid, and it was just stressful.
yeah,
But
I feel like I'm not gonna say never, but I have to get to a point where I feel like my salary and wages match the effort I have to give. Right? I feel like with most jobs, they want you to put in a boatload of effort and only want to pay you, you know what I'm saying, X amount of dollars. And I feel like, wow, the company may be bringing in billions, you know what I'm saying, like.
But can you apply that same mindset with your relationship?
What you mean?
As far as growing and not settling for being married, I don't know. I know we gotta grow every single day, and it's work every single day. Literally, it's no days off. It's like literally no days off in marriage. But what I feel like is like, what do you grow to? Like, is there a goal besides dying together?
No, I mean, I feel like, because don't nobody want to die alone.
Yeah.
I mean, we all probably die alone anyway, but not alone like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You may die 10 years before your wife or however that
Why I
is.
gotta be understand women, like, we just gonna say that maybe we'll just wait for let girls go so they can
Yeah, we gotta let the
defend
girls
themselves.
come
because
here.
a lot of their stuff just don't be making sense to me when I be listening to what they be talking about, and it just never
Women don't never make sense to men.
ever. And
But that makes sense to each other, but they don't never make sense to men. Like, and men don't make sense to them. Like,
True. Yeah, but we all know what's right and what's wrong.
yeah, the man.
Right. So I mean,
I'm just talking.
Nah, I'm not.
I'm just talking.
Nah, I firmly believe that.
Why?
Cause I
know there's so many times where I'm like, I know I'm right about something,
but then she'll trick you out of thinking that
Nah.
you're right.
But in the back of my head, I'll be wrong.
I don't have them moments though. Maybe I need to humble myself and think
I'll
that
be
way.
wrong
'Cause
about a lot of shit.
So why do you, instead of saying
Because I got pride, I'm not gonna let you.
I see, I don't got, yeah.
No.
If I know I'm wrong, I ain't about to make an argument because it'll be heard. You'll slip and say some dumb shit, and it'll be like, "Wait, did that work?"
A lot of times I've been wrong. I'll be wrong, and my girl will be right. But I just,
Well, she knows now, so
yeah,
you probably shouldn't have said that.
don't matter. I'm still gonna be right.
Terrence always say, "I'm right when I'm wrong. Even when I'm wrong, I'm right." I know whatever.
Yeah, because I might have been wrong, but I could have been right. So in actuality,
I'm actually right.
I'm actually right because I could have been wrong. that I was actually right. So
It makes sense to me.
yeah, well, maybe may have been right.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. In fact, while we on that subject, we need to have like a small audience. And like if people want to not, we're not trying to have a studio filled of N words and heathens.
I am.
But if
All my Wakandan brothers and sisters.
if you want to come through and like just sit in on what we talking about and like just be in the ambiance and feel the vibe and energies and defend whoever we are offending, then please do so. Hit us up. Let us know what if you want to do that, then we'll be more than happy to satisfy that need and get you in here. Yeah, but growth. I got some notes on growth, and we can pretty much close this down. Oh yeah. So another thing we need to do every week. We gonna work on. I actually didn't even write somebody who need to get their order together. Did you have somebody who need to get their order together?
There's a lot of people who need to get the order together. However, to piggyback off of growth, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that was a good topic.
Okay.
I feel like growth is good for everybody, though. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, you don't want to just stay stagnant and in a position, you know what I'm saying, or anything in life. You don't want to just keep doing the same thing. Because then it's like monotony, you know what I'm saying? You just keep doing the same thing.
Over and over.
Yeah, so I feel like everybody has to grow, you know, at some point. Like, whether it be your relationships, whether it be your friendships. I guess you could say that ties back into that whole no new friends thing and stuff like that.
But when you see your friends not growing, do you tell them or do you just let them do
no,
it?
they ain't. Because what's not growing to you may be their bliss. You know what I'm saying? They may be happy and at peace with what they're doing.
Right,
So you can't, it's not my place to say.
So you need to adjust yourself according to how you feel about yourself. So if you
Yeah,
feel
it's
like
always
they're
about-
not growing, then I need to just move.
No, it ain't necessarily move on. Because if it's not that they're not growing, I mean, like I said, what you may think, they may not be growing at your pace that you think that they should be growing at, but I mean, you know, they may be growing. Life is a
For them.
Yeah, life is a marathon. It's not, you know,
A race.
it's not a sprint. Like, I can remember my mom telling me about people growing up. Not even growing up, like friends she had in her 30s that had it all. Shit, now they
Smoking crack.
not smoking crack, but you know what I'm saying? They used to, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, at one point they did, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, and now they struggling, you know what I'm saying? So it's all, that's life, man. Like, sometimes you up, sometimes you down, like, you know, but growth is always something. I feel like you should never just stop growing, like.
Yeah. I don't think I had anybody. I didn't even sit down and think about who need to get their order together. I was leaning towards Tristan Thompson, but if he not
Hey,
sitting,
he an NBA player. He ain't gotta get his order together.
Yeah,
He's an athlete, man.
but
Athlete with an F. Athlete.
yeah, athlete.
Athlete. That's how athletes are. You know what I'm saying? That's what I had to explain to my girl one day. Like, these are athletes. These are professional athletes. Like, there's no way you cannot. I mean, I understand the dynamic of, oh, we're supposed to be faithful to this, that, and third. No, he's a professional athlete. Like, that's what comes with it. That's what comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Who's a square. You know what I'm saying? Not even call him a square, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he just.
He does what he's supposed to do.
Yeah,
Or
like,
allegedly does what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, we ain't heard no scandals about him in 15 years, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Imagine this. If social media was around when Jordan, dark ass Dominique was in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh man.
that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine that. Like, imagine TMZ in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, with Dominique Wilkins playing for the Hawks. It would have been mayhem, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you got to think that. Freaknik back then.
Man.
It would have been absolutely crazy with the stories we'd have heard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Jordan gambling and all that, you know what I'm saying? And
He ended up getting caught cheating.
who?
Jordan.
Probably.
No, he did. That's why they got a divorce.
Probably.
But imagine the dirt he was doing.
Imagine if it was around when Magic was, you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't want to hear them stories.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, these are professional athletes, man. I always said, like, entertainers, you kind of got to not necessarily give them, because I don't want to, nobody should get a pass for cheating or nothing like that, but if I was a professional athlete, I would have, at 21, 22, 23 years old, with millions and fame, I'm not going to be in a relationship at 21 as a professional athlete.
But that's why God make you run a 20.6 and a 40.
Right, exactly. That's exactly what I remember. Exactly. It's going to take me 2 minutes to run a 40.
He know who to give the talent to.
But even then, I mean, it's just like, you know, like I said, man, you can't, at 20, you know what I'm saying, in your 20s and you signed an $80 million contract,
Yeah.
and you dating a Kardashian. You
He
damn right
should
she
get a pass off,
Shit.
off of that. Alone.
Off of that, she
Dating
look like
Kardashian.
she look like
OJ.
I don't even know who this was. She looked like
She just-
Kevin McHale or somebody.
Like
Man. She looked
like
crazy.
Built
man.
like him.
Nah.
Yeah, but I also don't want to. Yeah, normally every week I'm gonna have these my aura who need to get their aura together, but I don't want to get into people who need to get their aura together without getting into my own. So to get my aura together this week, like I told y'all, I've been going to a therapist recently for my anxiety, and
Maybe you should like back to your anxiety.
Mhm.
You ever? I don't want to put this one. I
No,
know.
go
I'm
ahead,
not-
what are you going to say?
Maybe you should like smoke weed or something. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I was actually thinking about that because anxiety.
Good.
Weed
I mean,
is
that's
good for anxiety.
yeah, like
But-
when they legalize it and they open up the dispensaries here, you can go and be like, how you go to a therapist, you can have them write your prescription. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I have anxiety. You know what I'm saying? And then you go to the dispensary. Like I went to the dispensary in Denver. You know what I'm saying? I went, and you can tell them like I have anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Or I have depression, or I can't sleep.
They
at
got
night.
something for everything.
They have, yeah. You know what I'm
How
saying?
you feel about me smoking weed?
No,
Why? It's
you
legal.
can heal it naturally.
That's naturally. How much natural
you
you
can't
want?
suppress something you have with something else before you gotta heal it first.
It's not necessarily suppressing it though.
Yeah, you sweep it like you use alcohol to deal with it. To ignore the fact that
As you take a sip. I just, before they put you on some medicine and your ass really go crazy.
I'm not taking no medicine. Like, and somebody, I was talking to somebody else who does anxiety, and they were saying they try to medicate them. I'm not about to medicate with chemicals. Not doing it. You're not about to put Xanax and all that shit. I'm not taking none of that shit.
Damn,
I just walk around cussing people out for
About to be
them.
like a little pump out here.
Yeah, I'm not doing all that.
Little Xan.
I'm not doing all that. But, for people
Well,
who do not suffer, I don't want to say suffer, but there are people who do suffer from it, or people who deal with anxiety. I feel like anxiety really is your nerves' attempts to assassinate your body, your mind, it takes your mind places where it probably shouldn't be in the first place. Now, most times with my anxiety, I really don't like telling people about it because people use it against me. They'll try to say something or do some weird shit to take me and put me into a zone where, like, my mom is big for this shit. I don't even know if she know I got anxiety. I'm pretty sure she do because my brother, he's schizophrenic, like clinically schizophrenic. So I think she might feel like my nerves be bad talking to her, but I feel like she do and say stuff to actually try to put me into a zone where I don't be comfortable talking to her.
Mm-hmm.
Or being around her or whatnot. But my goal with anxiety on this platform or our platform is to actually help someone who may be crippled by that emotion or who can't actually deal with it. Like, there's nothing wrong with therapy. Like, when I actually told you that I was about to that I was getting therapy for it, and you.
I probably did say a joke.
Yeah, it was, but me and you, that's how we are though.
I'm
But
a sensitive person.
yeah, I don't really take it coming from him. I actually need BD and jokes like that, like him. Or,
Hey, listen, man. I don't know. All I know is this: the glove's been off ever since my granddaddy passed.
Oh, yeah.
My paw passed away, and I told y'all, and y'all was like, "So," you know what I'm saying? So,
He told us that in the group chat his granddad passed, and instead of like, oh man, I'm sorry to hear that,
He was like,
we
so?
all put so.
so after that, I knew then the gloves was off when they tell me something bad about him.
Yeah, that was pretty insensitive.
That
But
was.
that's just how we is. That's how we deal
are,
with
though.
our pain. Is we
Yeah.
laugh at that shit. But yeah, just anybody who deal with that type of thing, just get some help. And it ain't even no crazy like you gotta feel like you bipolar or nothing like that. And not even people that's bipolar. I don't want to be insensitive to them, but if you are bipolar, oh well, like just get help. Like there's nothing wrong with getting help. Yeah, like my aura this week, what I'm gonna do for my aura is I'm gonna continue to take my anxiety serious. And what I do with my anxiety is I'm learning to think about the positive side of whatever my mindset is. Like if she, like when she told me, she didn't tell me.
Well,
See, that's what.
anxiety is just fear.
Right, but when you told me that, not you didn't tell me, but when you said, hey, like a birth control or a birth paternity test, like everybody should get one. My mind already went to this fucking baby ain't mine, and it shouldn't have.
It
So in
shouldn't,
my
but
mind, I think to the positive side of it, to try to keep me from going to that way, I'd be like, well, she's cute, or my wife is dope. But then when you think that, like, man, why she cheated on me? So then that's when my mind goes even further. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I try to think of the best case scenario, and that actually helps me monitor it from getting out of control and before I do something irrational.
I don't think that's anxiety. That could be dealing with shitty people.
Yeah, no, but it's definitely anxiety because I know what it feels like when I get anxious. I get anxious when I hear stuff. When it's anxious. Like when you said that, I got anxious. When I hear stuff from other people, I get anxious. So it's definitely
You could have
anxiety.
got anxious because you didn't say what you were thinking. You could have said, that just pissed me off. And
Yeah.
you wouldn't have been anxious.
No, I don't think that's it. That might be it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But get help, people. Not help, but talk to somebody. Even if you don't want to go to a therapist. And most of y'all, if you got a 401k, you probably got somebody that your job probably helps with finding you a person to talk to. They got some kind of program for you to see a psychiatrist or a therapist for free for 5 visits or 10 visits or whatever it is. But for y'all that don't have 401ks, do something besides put it on Facebook.
Because when y'all put that shit on Facebook, I ain't gonna even lie, man. I just be scrolling right by it. I don't even be.
Or drop a joke in there.
Yeah, I might hit you with a sub.
So, yeah.
Like,
But yeah, this week, this is the first episode of Getting Our Words Together, and this won't be the last. We're gonna try to stay up.
we're not gonna give y'all an amount that we're gonna do. We're just gonna do them.
Yeah,
So y'all get them when we give them to y'all.
pretty. Yeah,
Simple as that.
I actually like that idea better. I don't
So whenever we do them is when y'all gonna get them.
Yeah. So yeah, y'all remove that negative energy from y'all lives. I feel like you should do what makes God proud, and watch Him usher in the energy that you need to grow. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like faith, discernment, growth. That's all. I feel like that's all you really need is being discernment. For all you don't know who discernment is, what
I was gonna say
discernment
what's
is.
discernment, but I just didn't.
You should be ashamed of yourself. You went to
I went to
Catholic
parochial school. Yes, I went to parochial school.
Yeah, so they
Doesn't
don't
mean
teach
anything.
discernment.
They probably do. I failed religion 3 times. So I don't know. I failed religion class all 3 years. I only passed in my senior year because I had to graduate.
So discernment.
My dad is shaking his head in his grave right now. He is like, what the fuck? I paid $6,000 a year for your ass.
So discernment pretty much is that spiritual guidance. Whoever you talk to, the devil, God, I don't care who you talk to. If you got some type of discernment in your life, it's to be able to discern or decipher what is right in your life and what's wrong, the right way to go, the wrong way to go. Like, you have to make the right decision for you. And you're not always going to make the right decision at that time, but you might come up to the next step after that. The consequences of that, you have the chance to right that wrong and do the right thing after it. So faith, discernment, growth. I feel like we all got to grow. If you don't grow, you probably dead.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that goes back to what I was saying where y'all said you always got to, grow and not be content.
Yeah. Where there's discomfort, there's growth. I feel like when you're uncomfortable in a situation, you can't do nothing but grow from it.
Correct.
And getting our words together. This is going to be the first one. It's not going to be the last. We're going to try to keep pushing these out when we feel like it. So thank y'all for tuning in to the #1 podcast in the region, the #1 platform. If you don't like it, say something or do something. We don't want that energy around us, do we?
I don't. I'm a man of God. I don't want that energy.
Okay, well, yeah. All right, y'all, we signing off. We'll holler at y'all some other time. This is LaRon Crowder, and
It's Ryan Lomax. You can follow me on Twitter at let me look at my name, 'cause I changed it. R_Lomax614. And then I think it's the same with Instagram.
Yeah, and
Something like that.
my Twitter and Instagram is LeRon Crowder. That's LeronCrowder. You want me to plug your YouTube? My wife's YouTube is Mara Brad. If you want to not be creepy and just go support her YouTube,
Hey, look,
stay out of her DMs. I'm not fucking playing.
the reason why I changed my name from my real name on Twitter is because somebody like, I'm messaging a Trump supporter, not messaging, but tweeting Trump supporter, going back and forth.
They looked you up.
And I forget what I said to him, but he told me where I worked at, age, everything. I messaged Twitter about that, like this ain't, nah. I'm like, oh, hell no. And literally, like, this is probably about, this was doing an internship, you know what I'm saying? And literally, like, this is like a month and a half ago, you know what I'm saying, or about a month ago. And literally, like, that whole week, I was nervous. I thought HR was gonna come get me. Everything, like, everything. I was over talking to my soup, like, hey, you heard nothing happened. Like, nah, this dude literally he knew everything. He said my full government. He said where I work, my age, how long I worked it, you know what I'm saying, where we work at.
Damn Trump supporter.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm changing my name. I ain't getting fired over some
tweets.
Yeah, some idle threats I done threatened.
Oh, you was threatening me?
Yeah, threatening to buy. Oh, you done found my whole everything. I was like, oh, y'all seen that shit? I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, I was like, oh no. I'm like, hell no.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I had to change my name, man.
So that's why I was wondering, like, why your first name was off of there. It was an R. Lomax.
Yeah,
Like, what is he doing?
Nah.
I thought you was, because you changed it around the time when we were talking about the podcast. I thought you were trying to let people know who we was from.
Nah. It was a Trump supporter.
Oh my God.
Trump supporter, you know what I'm saying? You know, treating me like street booty, man. That nigga had me. I'll tell you, bro. He really said all this shit like, he was like, and he made it so it wasn't a tweet to me. He made it so everybody could see it. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
He was like, this guy, Ryan Lomax, you know what I'm saying? He works at da-da-da-da. He's 34 years old, and he doesn't care about the support in the military. And he said this about me, and I'm like, oh. He said he's going to do this to that, a third to me. And I'm like, oh, yeah, let me go ahead. And,
How much time you got to have in your hands to even look somebody up like that?
I don't know. Probably a quick Google search.
Yeah, Trump supporters probably.
I ain't got no
He probably did that from the
job.
library. Yeah, right.
He
Probably
did it
no
from his
Wi-Fi,
mama's basement.
Yeah, he had shit to do.
By his
Fucking what they call them?
deplorables.
Oh man. Yeah, that's it, man. We out here before we offend somebody else, and you get fired.
Yeah, right.
All right, y'all. We out here. See y'all next week, or whenever we feel like it.
Whenever we feel like it.
Hold on. Did I say what you? My wife's. Yeah, I gave all that information. That's all y'all getting from her. All right. Peace.